behind us today, we have over 600 catalytic converters, the largest number of catalytic converters ever taken in an operation of any nature. Each one of these were catalytic converters at one time that were on a car that were cut off of it, and they were in the process of being resold. So an individual's been taken into custody. He's been charged with a Class 1 felony, and he will answer for that. Our investigation of this and other parts of the catalytic converter world is continuing. But I just want to give you an idea of just how difficult this really is. These are taken off of cars within seconds. Okay, so the actual operation of getting them off of a car takes seconds. We've seen YouTube videos of this. People slide under the car, and literally within 40 to 50 seconds, they have cut this off the car. And in doing that, they then have entire networks that they work with. And these networks are pretty sophisticated, to be frank with you, where they take them to people they call aggregators who accumulate all these. Then they take them to people who will then take them apart themselves, melt them down, and then sell them. And that's where it re-enters the market. And that's why it's so very difficult to get at this at times. Ourselves and other people have tried to come up with many different things to do it, but the numbers, folks, are absolutely stunning. Our state, Illinois, is the third largest as far as catalytic converter thefts. It is the worst, third worst is our state. Just this past year in the city of Chicago, the numbers have over doubled just in year to year. And if you look at numbers from like State Farm, who track this stuff, catalytic converter thefts in the last 10 years are up over 400%. So you can see this is like a real problem. And so it's difficult. There's been some legislation recently in Springfield that's helpful somewhat. We need more in this, but it's going to be continually difficult. Why? Because the profit is so great. In one catalytic converter, there's basically 3 different types of minerals in them. And the 3 minerals in one catalytic converter, so there's a thing called rhodium. That's in one converter, it's worth $900. There's platinum, that's worth $225. And then there's palladium, they can go anywhere from $100 to $700. So when you think of that, in one car, one catalytic converter, you're looking at thousands of dollars. And so you can see the profit motive. And so this is difficult. As I mentioned, ourselves and other people have come up with things that we don't begin to tell everyone. This is the end of it. But you have to do something. We can't all be helpless victims all the time. And so one of the things we've been doing is we have different things that we set up with different community leaders around the county where we spray paint catalytic converters. We spray paint our name on them. We spray paint other information from police agencies on there as well. We're happy to tell you of this 600 plus in here, there's not one of them with any spray paint on them. We're not saying it's the end of it. We're saying it's one of the many things that we can do. So that when they slide under the car and they see that this has been spray painted, they realize this is going to be a little bit trickier. We're going to slide under the other car. We're trying to make it more difficult with them until we can get to the point where we can get on top of some of these middlemen. But as I said, this is a really sophisticated system they have in place. So we're excited about this arrest, obviously. We're excited about the fact we were able to confiscate all this. It doesn't begin to put any of this stuff back together again, but we're making some progress here. And once again, I just want to say once again, none of this stuff would be possible without the officers in my office who do just incredible work on a day in, day out basis in the partnerships we have, particularly with the Secretary of State's office. I'd be happy to answer any questions.